gas may allow the system to have a center core with hydrogen, different layers that could be helium, nitrogen, argon. The outer layer of argon will allow a separation between the matter and the plasma that we see in the center. Helium, nitrogen will allow the release of EUV. Argon can also release EUV, so that should allow the system to have hydrogen in the plasma, where the ionization of the hydrogens, and once the hydrogen is ionized, it should allow the creation of a central core of plasma. So once that is reached, I don't know, the single core can allow many different aspects also that are don't know yet what I should expect. I have no idea of what my system will be giving.
The conclusion?
Conclusion has to come. We'll have to see. I don't know yet.
You have to observe.
Observe and see what's happening. First of all, have to see if all is correctly done. The ceramic core is protected in such a way that if ever something happens with the core itself, breaking up, it will be the pieces will not be allowed to fly everywhere. That's why there is such a protection around the system. But we won't see anything, and we'll have to find out, looking the other systems and see how it all behave.
I think it'll be good if you bring your system to the front and show it. Nobody can see it in the back. If you can help each other and just bring it to the front, let it be shown.
In the place of...
Yeah, no, just bring it to the front, show it. Because at the moment it's hidden in the back.
Yes, just
check. Okay, bring it right in the middle. Don't watch on the cables.
Are we off the cable?
No, it's
No.
okay.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it will be visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
A bit further back because it's blocked. Now you can explain.
So we don't see much of it. Protection is, in fact, there is double shielding, which is a very strong kind of mesh used for floor, and this can be could allow very small pieces to come out. That's why there is a second shielding with plexiglass that should allow nothing to go through. So that's in the event there would be pieces breaking. I have a single core, that's why I have only one gas coming in. I have a rotating valve here, allowing to make vacuum inside my system without losing the gas that would be put in in my system. Pictures of the system will be put on the internet. So I have underneath I have one motor, which is a 100-watt motor. It will be controlled electronically with a PWM to have different speeds possible. So first thing to do is vacuum and washing the system with hydrogen.
You already done the vacuum.
Normally vacuum should have been done. Have to see if it has
Dropped?
I
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yes.
Okay. The important thing with this reactor is because it's made of the earth materials, like what ceramic is made of. This will give us a restriction in magnetic fields which the material will allow to be produced. And I hope we see very much earthy materials. Magnetic field of the sun will give us very much earthy materials, and so we should see what it is. This is one of the most interesting reactors we have. So all the reactors should not be made of plastic and copper and iron. And I think we learn a lot from this. This is one of the most exciting reactors here, because the other ones we know most of the features of it. This is very much coincidental, where a man who's born in Africa makes his things from the sand and goes back to Africa the same way. You don't need to have a sophisticated technology to be able to achieve what you're trying to do. The technology is at the reach of every man, without the shadow of a doubt. In the future, miniature system of these will be the medical application, where you literally create the condition of the cancer, the condition of stroke, and you can allow people to change. This is the dynamic system of what we call the health units. Okay. Anybody else? Now, next is the cameraman. Can you put that system back in its place? The units, we've got to explain here, are in 120 degree formation, 70 degree position, 120 degrees apart. There is a measurement roughly for the height in respect to the center core. So they're equal distance apart and just said to be at about the same height in the middle. The new one is just slightly higher, but we have to live with it because the motor is too big. Now, reactor number 2. This is a collaboration between American Army, very historical touch.
Okay, so this reactor is Iranian gift, and it's double core reactor. Inside is small ball chamber covered with nanolayers of copper, and these layers are on both sides of the inner core, on the inner side and on the outer side as well. the small core is freely rotating in this bigger outer core, which has nanolayers on its inner side, so that plasma can see only these nanolayered surfaces. And with these valves we can control inner core and outer core filling,
which we can compress plasma.
and we should be able to control the plasma pressure with this. We have to learn how to do it. So when we start the opening of the plasma in the inner core, I think we will use for the start hydrogen, and we will see what we can achieve with it, and later we can add more layers of helium, nitrogen, and we will see whether we will use argon. We still don't know. And we will study the behavior with different filling of the gases.
What do you have to say?
What I have to say? It's very challenging to create magnetic fields, which we know that all the matters are created from magnetic and gravitational fields. So if we achieve a plasmatic magnetic fields, we can create any matter in this world, and I hope that everybody understands, that with all this technology we can achieve peace, and I hope that everybody will enjoy their lives from now on. Thank you.
And don't forget that this new technology needs our support and support from above, from higher worlds, from God, because it needs harmonious environment to grow and maintain the plasma efficiently. Thank you.
Can you tell us how you put it together?
That was...
How you put it together?
How we put it together, we just actually very simply, if we worry about the vacuum, we still have a silicone to use, which is after putting on, we can vacuum it a little bit, that smaller leakage can be stopped.
Put together. It's made of plastic basically, and we use the nano-coated copper strips,
Which we showed on video.
which are already on YouTube, and glued it to the surface of the torus. And after this, we put all the valves on the cores, all the tubes connected, and we just use the silicone sealing to close the two halves together, and use plastic screws to screw it together. And it was the same for inner core and outer core. And from inner core, the inner tube goes inside the tube of outer core and ends in this end. It goes through this end to this valve, and the inner core, more thicker tube goes outer core, thicker tube goes from outer core to this T-shaped splitter, and continues to this wire. And then this is merged and continues to the control board so that we can control the gases there. We have one motor sitting just at the top. Oh, the bottom, sorry. You see? So it's connected through these wires to the control board. And it rotates on the outer core. And the inner core is free inside. So the plasma of the inner core and the interaction with outer core will control the rotation of the inner core. And also the environment, our behavior, our thoughts, our feelings, everything has to be counted because it interacts.
Maybe you can tell that it's nanocoated.
I don't know.
Yes.
I think it's the right time, as we start this system, the way it is, as a collection of people from around the world, to pray for the future of humanity, as you said. The course of humanity from today will change in a different way. The governments have done this, now the people are doing it. And it's taken some 6-7 nations to put this together under the systems. I see troubled times ahead with this technology, but the outcome will be very good. This is a very interesting combination. The middle core, which is the brass, is made by the Belgians. The motors and all the structure, what you see, all the motors assembly. This is the first reactor we showed in April in the Peace Conference. The core is done by the Belgians. The motors and the rest of the structure is done by the Italians. They are here tomorrow. The outer core on the floor here, which is the main core, this one, made by the Iranians. The back unit is made by Congolese Belgium. The other unit is set up by Iranians, but done by the Armenian, American, Czech, and others. This is like an orphan house.
It's cooperation.
Everybody comes in. So we have shown over 2 months how peacefully we have managed to set this thing out. And I think it's time to say a prayer that from today everything goes the right way. Because if we started with a goodwill, it will go the right way and the people will follow. And a lot is riding on the back of this new technology. This will feed us, this will take us into space beyond the limitation of man or imagination of man. This will protect us from what can come into the Earth atmosphere, because we have the technology now to protect ourselves as a human race. Where up to now we've been at the mercy like the dinosaurs. Whenever the asteroid comes, then we have to do it. The faster we put this into operation as the public, not as governments, we will bring the governments in because they become part of us. Governments are people. We do not incite any problems, but we ask for collaboration. We have to be able to understand what we are doing, and in the near future, I'm sure we'll see people who come to see what this can bring. A lot of people around the world are making single cores and hoping to achieve net energy. Single cores are highly difficult unless you understand the full process of plasma. This way, on the what I call star formation, center and 320. This is what you need to achieve motion in space and projection. The system can carry, when it's done properly, when you lock it back. Once the tests are done, all the reactors will be locked into the middle panel. For the time being, we leave it loose. And once they are locked into the middle panel, then you fly. At the moment, any motion will be interactive. At the same time, something you've got to understand, we forgot to say, this core, which is made in Tehran by collaboration and very nice work of the Iranian scientists with the support of the Iranian Presidential Office, has a cooling system. It's the only system with a cooling system. And in the original videos, 4 or 5 years ago, we showed the weight reduction from 7 kilo to 6 kilo. This is the reactor. We never showed it before. This is the same reactor we showed 9 kilo different cooperation down to 8 kilogram. So we have shown the weight reduction with this system before. It's not known, unknown. The generator has shown to go from 18 to 16, and we go further down, and motor number 3 has produced 1/3 of a kilowatt energy reverse. Is the same with the uppers. But now the way it will work will be totally different. I wish you all the God's luck to stay safe, and this technology brings peace for us. In the coming days is the crucifixion of Christ. And I hope this will not happen to this technology. Be misused for its beauty, just for a few. And this way, the way we are doing it, being open, will keep this technology open and away from the hand of people. Because now people have seen it, it's recorded, it's shown. And you can do it anywhere in the world. If you are 3 Chinese or 4 Chinese, each one build your own reactors, get together as one and test it. If there is one in France and one in Germany or wherever else, get together, put at least 4 reactors together, then you see the operation. The production of this system is a copy of what we've seen in the nanotechnology. Soon you will see one side will create rain and one side will create food. We've seen this, I've seen this in operation. Now you will see them, you understand. The breakthrough which we were hoping to come through the technology has already been achieved. We announced it very soon. What we were waiting for a major breakthrough in the international world is done. We got to see if the governments allow it to open up. I will explain to you maybe in the next few days. You will be able to produce whatever you need in this combination. You will see lift, you will see light, you will see noises, you will hear noises. We see it quite a lot. This is something which I never explained before, but you will see it. You will hear it. You hear noises very clearly, even magnetic fields crash. It's literally like thunder. The friction comes, and these magnetic noises will explain a lot in the way the human brain works. It will explain a lot in the way your cells internally work, and then hopefully the medical people can take it a step further. This step by step we explain. Magnetic noise is an amazing thing if you can use it correctly. magnetic noise is the future of development of materials, because each noise will tell you very much like if it's going to be two metals clapping or two plastics clapping, and you hear it. This will give you a lot of pleasure to hear. I listen to it, I hear it quite a lot, and at the beginning you don't realize. If you hash two porcelain plates, you know that's glass you broken, for example, and when you hit two metals, you hear a metal noise. These are the friction noises, magnetic field noises you hear. It's very, very common. It's absolutely common to see these and hear these noises. When you come in, look at the floor. I've told you this, but we put it on the recording that people who work, look around the floor when you see moisture, fat, you see dust, you see the formation of dust. And as told you, bring anything you like. Bring your dog, bring your cat, bring your plants, bring your everything else, and see how they react. And there are people who love to come here and look at this technology, and very soon we'll ask the official from governments to come and see what is here. You've seen the officials last week who were here, so the governments understand what's happening. And as you know, somebody told me yesterday that the Pope has said that he is ready to meet with the aliens. This is a technology that will be managed to do so. Yeah? They understand what is happening in Italy. They do not talk out of line. They are fully aware, so that informing before it happens. There's a lot of things which has been promised in the books of the past, and now is the time to realize. We hope it will be the tool for the peace, and the people who want to make war will make war, but this system will allow it not to happen. We invite the military people here as much as the diplomats, as much as the ordinary people. As I said to Yvonne, I think, and to Yokoko yesterday, we opened the doors of this house. We opened the door of the house for anyone to come and see, and we put it in their project. And that will be the only way we will salvage and allow the technology to stay in the hands of people. So there are a few things that will happen, and then we open the house to anyone. This becomes the house of knowledge. People can come from all over the world, teach us, and learn from us and go back. Because if we don't do that from now on, we become elites, and we cannot become elites. We got to stay as common, as human, and as humble as possible. So we see where we go. We pray for it, we vacuum them, and we start rolling them tomorrow after the workshop. And people can see it. If anyone wants to say a prayer in any language, in any religion, it's all welcome.
John?
L'amour et la tendresse qui doivent vous imprégner chacun. Je suis, en votre sensibilité, une réalité que vos sensibilités à vous peuvent chacune écouter, entendre, éprouver. C'est un mouvement de tendresse qui doit émaner et jaillir de votre cœur. Et selon votre besoin, selon votre désir, je me manifeste, je suis présent. Ma flamme brûle dans vos cœurs et j'aime vous embraser de la beauté d'une création qui est à votre portée. Je vous aime, j'interviens selon votre demande. Vous voulez que j'intervienne pour ces réacteurs et j'interviens. Mon amour ainsi vous imprègne ce que vous désirez. Je suis la vie, et cette vie grandit en vous, et dans tout ce que vous décidez de mettre en œuvre. Votre bonne volonté est faite sur la terre, comme la mienne en l'univers. Voilà pourquoi je vous offre mon chant d'amour, mon chant de tendresse et de vie. C'est le mouvement sensible qui jaillit de nos sensibilités, parce que vous êtes tous unis sous mon regard. Je m'offre à vous, je suis lumière, j'interviens, je vous bénis, je bénis vos œuvres de tout mon amour, de toute ma lumière. Et cela I want you each to understand in your heart all the good I want you to know. Your heart is the source of the knowledge you want to make in an act. The act is thus creation you made with reactors. You become creators in some ways, but your own creation, your being, has to be your own creation. No one can touch you, no one can do it at your place. That's why whenever you wish, whenever you want, I intervene. I am in your heart. I am the will that you want to act with, and that is why always I will intervene if your heart wishes it. I am in each of you. I am in your reactors. I am everywhere. That's why when you ask for it, I give you my answer. I bless your reactors. I bless you each with all my love, with all my light. And that is so.
Every beat is a sign of life. To you is a beat. To me is an energy which is released in the environment to become part of life. And it is, if people understand what this means, to understand we're all made of the same and the same point. I wish you all the best, and I hope this will bring the dream of the man to have everything he needs in plenty, and at the same time find peace with himself after so long. Anybody else wants to say anything? It'd be nice in Japanese.
Yeah?
Yes.
Come on, what was you know? John,
I'll be the cameraman.
No, no.
Yes,
I'll be the cameraman. There we can see her. Yukoko is very much celebrated in the foundation, in the institute. She's the only girl, only female I should say. She's the mother, and she's brought us a lot of luck. She's brought the foundation and the institute a lot of luck and a lot of things, which one day she'll understand. I think she hasn't realized what she's brought us. Thank you for coming and being part of us. Now you can tell us the prayer in Japanese.
ネルギー装置が日本の今の福島の現状を変えると強く信じています。福島の皆さんの驚くべき忍耐力、冷静の高さ、人間性の高さによって今何とか持ちこたえている状態が今の日本です。この今の日本を私たちは変えなければいけない。そしてこの今の日本は世界の縮図であります。世界が変わらなければならないこの時に、このテクノロジーを持って私たちは今日世界を変えるということを決意しています。これがどういう意味か、皆さんにこれから世界中の人たちに見ていただける、その喜びで今研究員一同、そしてケシュ博士とても感動しています。皆さんにぜひこの意味を分かっていただけるようお願いいたします。そして世界と地球を変えていきましょう。Thank you。 ありがとうございます。
I think it would be nice to hear an Armenian prayer. You're a double A, what do you call it, nationality. Armenian and American. So you can speak either way you like. But you gotta come in the middle because we only see your leg.
Աստուծո մի խնդրանք, որ բոլոր մարդկության բերի հասցնյանը աստվածողությանը, որ մարդիկ կարողանան ապրել սիրով և հասնեն իրենց ինչ որ իրենց սիրտն է ցանկանում և հույսով եմ, որ Աստված շնորհի մեզ բոլորիս։ Ամեն։
You've got to say your piece. Come in the center. You've got to see that. You don't want to see your leg, you're too tall.
Najprej bi se rad zahvalil gospodu Mehranu, Tavakolju Kešu, da nas je pripeljal skupaj ta projekt, kjer lahko pokažemo, da skupaj ljudje lahko nekaj prispevamo za dobrobit vsega človeštva. Poskušamo biti v teh dneh praznovanja, poskušamo dati najlepše, kar imamo v sebi, pokažemo to drugim ljudem in naučimo se nekaj iz izkušnje, ki jo je imel Kristus. In poskušamo popraviti to, kar se je zgodilo v preteklosti in dovolimo tej tehnologiji, da pokaže svojo moč in svojo sposobnost. Hvala.
Our Spanish delegation.
Todos los que estamos aquí hemos hecho un gran esfuerzo, nuestras familias también, para poder servir a toda la humanidad. Yo rezo por la libertad y por la paz como punto de partida, para que toda la humanidad pueda abandonar ya este sufrimiento y realizar lo que somos realmente, darnos cuenta de que somos uno y vivir de esta manera para poder traer el cielo a la tierra y que este planeta deje de ser el lugar de sufrimiento o el valle de lágrimas, para ser un mundo mejor para todos. Por eso quiero comunicar, darle las gracias a todos mis compañeros por el esfuerzo que están haciendo y en especial al señor Keshe. No sabéis lo que es la vida que ha elegido y la misión que tiene. Así que por favor, os pido vuestra ayuda y vuestro soporte, vuestra colaboración, abandonar ya el escepticismo, tomar como ejemplo a todos los compañeros que han sacrificado todo para serviros. Así que vamos a trabajar juntos para conseguir la libertad y el amor y la felicidad para todos. Om Mani Padme Hum.
I think it's your turn, Marek. You can't hide behind the camera. Marek is the spy in the cat, as we call it. You know the truck drivers, they call them, they watch everything. Marek is the one who records everything. So now he's recording of you.
Ve světě nastal čas na otevírání nových obzorů a nejenom vzorů pozemských, ale i duchovních. A já přeji všem, aby i tato technologie, kterou nám pan Keshe a jeho lidé otvírají k poznání, aby se sloučila spolu s duchovními pravdami do jednoho harmonického celku a umožnila nám správně se chovat k zemi, ke všemu, co nám bylo od Boha dáno k tomu, abychom uzrávali v tomto stvoření k vědomému bytí. A nechť nám slouží tato technologie jako prostředek k otevírání duší a k harmonickému spolužití na zemi. Pane, dej prosím své světlo tomuto společnému snažení, abychom dokázali žít v lásce a v harmonii a navzájem si pomáhali při vzestupu ke světlu. Amen.
We got our Belgian delegation.
Eerst en vooral willen we meneer Keshe danken om deze technologie te brengen op deze wereld en ons de kans te geven daaraan mee te werken. En we danken voor al wat is, voor al wat was en voor al wat zal zijn. En we weten er is maar één wapen dat zal overwinnen, het is liefde. En we wensen dat vrede op deze wereld en in heel het universum mag gevestigd worden. we thank you for all of this, for all that was and for all that will be. And there is only one, if we can call it, weapon that will win, it's love. And that peace may prevail and be established on earth and the whole universe. Thank you, Keshe.
It's the first time where the technology will influence the behavior of the man in a correct way. And I hope it will bring peace to man in every shape or form. In so many ways, the rapid development of this technology in the past 4 or 5 years is very much thanks to the Iranian government in allowing the borders of the science to be explored. I have a lot of respect for all the nationalities which are or have been part of this development. I will say a few words in Farsi because that's where the root comes from. دوستان عزیز، در متن این دانش خاک پاک ایران بوده و خواهد. این دانش در مدارس مختلف ایران پایه‌گذاری شده بدون شرط، بدون هیچ انگیزه‌ای که باعث ناراحتی هیچ کس نباشه و نخواهد. من از دولت ایران تشکر میکنم که چنین موقعیت رو دادن که چنین دانشی از ایران بیرون میاد. هر کشور دیگری بود همه چیز رو میبست و نگه میداشت، ولی با دوربینی رؤسای ایران این دانش 5 سال پیش 6 سال پیش وقتی تکمیل شد بیرون اومد از ایران و حالا به جای رسیده که در نقش بین‌المللی نقش‌های بزرگتر از اون که میتونن فکر کنن به وجود خواهند آمد. امیدوارم همونجوری که بوده ایران نه فقط برای دانش باشه ولی همونجوری که همیشه بودیم برای صلح هم خواهیم بود، ولی با دانش و با افتخار. متشکرم. Oh God, bring us peace. The knowledge is from the Creator and will go back to the Creator. It's the man who's got to understand that he owns nothing, but he is just in the transition of time in the dust of the earth. Proud of nothing, but the user and abuser of everything. I hope man will find peace with this technology, and in time will use it to bring peace to his own soul. We stopped. We worked for nearly 2 months to get here, and from today we load up. Every time we load your reactor, I'm going to put a very big sign on the window. Pray for it. You don't start your reactors, even the first hydrogen you put in, you start a new life. You have to respect. When you have respect for the life you create, when you finish your system, you want to change your combination, you pray for it, because you gave your soul to it and the soul has to come back to you in much more, in a bigger dimension. Failures we are not afraid of, because with the failures we learn more. The successes will bring us short-sightedness. So I hope you fail as much as possible, because out there now learn more. So if you see flight, it's not a good thing. If you don't see a flight, you think why you didn't do. If you don't see a light, why you didn't do create the light. And then you target to understand the position. Behind this we got the nanomaterials. And I keep on going back to it, because if you haven't learned from that, you will never learn from this. The most unsuccessful test for you has become the most successful test in Japan, the Koko. When one you thought your system is not working, has shown for the first time how matters can change. The videos made in Fukushima is historical, when people understand what has happened. They just looked at a few bits being mixed, and then a few digits difference on the number. This is a huge change in the course of humanity. And he will do the same with these. These are the future of the humanity in space. With this system which we launched today, today is a very glorious day, if you know the numbers and if you understand the position of numbers. You have everything in that combination on that floor to live in a space for thousands of years. For the first time, with this combination with what is on this floor, man has become independent of the earth. At the moment, the space technology depends how much food we can put in and how much fuel we can put in. Now you create your own fuel, your own food, your own environment, and your own protection. This has never been available to man. Now it's for the first time. The structure looks like Earth. Every single one of them is spherical, like any unit in the universe. So I wish you all the best, and we start the procedures. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here for so long, and hopefully we'll be here for years to come.
Mr. Keshe, bless you and your family.